One of the many advantages with working with our team of sales professionals and master certified technicians here at Lichtsinn RV is our ability to use our vast technology resources to communicate with you, our guests, here only 1 mile from the Winnebago factory based right here in Forest City, Iowa. And we've done hundreds of video tests in which we try to take the RVs that we help you with and put them through the paces in a real world environment, whether that be the transition from Winnebago in the Winnebago View and Navion of going from an absorption to a compressor driven refrigerator, in which we did a solar testing experiment. The Winnebago Solis with its debut of the solar providing power to the compressor driven refrigerator. And most recently, all of the tests that we did to determine how long you can run your air conditioner in the Winnebago Rebel. Over the past few days, we have been putting the all new, all season lithium powered Winnebago EKKO to the test in a series of environmental tests to determine how long can we run our air conditioning system during the course of a normal day, how long will it take to recharge the Lithionics batteries while being plugged in using the 2000 watt inverter converter, and then finally, if you just wanted to hang meat inside that Winnebago EKKO and run that air conditioning full bore, and to determine how long it would last off of a single Lithionics battery. And here are the results. Today, we are gonna put the all new, all season Winnebago EKKO with its off the grid electrical components and its AC system to the test to determine how long on a very warm, muggy day here in the state of Iowa, how long can I run my air conditioner off of a single Lithionics 320 amp hour battery. So this particular Winnebago EKKO is equipped with a single 320 amp hour Lithionics battery, which provides 4,133 watt hours of available power. The only thing powering this Lithionics battery today is going to be what Mother Nature gives us in terms of sun. Today in the state of Iowa, we have a very muggy day. We're approaching a 95 to 98 degree temperature day. We're gonna have a mix of cloud and sun, and that is gonna be the only input for technology into the single Lithionics battery. As you can see, we're not connected to any off-the-grid sources of power, such as shoreline service. We're not gonna run the generator. This particular Winnebago EKKO is facing south, so the sun is going to move from the east to the west over the course of the day, which you'll see as we check at the top of every hour the state of charge in the Lithionics app, as well as the temperature inside the Winnebago EKKO. We expect to have really good results because of the insulation story behind the Winnebago EKKO, which provides great insulation with R values of 6.6 in the floor, 7.6 in the doors and sidewalls, and 14.7 in the roof. So let's step inside the EKKO and we'll show how this test is going to run today. So we are here at 9 o'clock a.m. on a warm, muggy August day here in Forest City, Iowa, inside the Winnebago EKKO. We have a fully charged Lithionics battery, which we're going to showcase here in a moment in the Lithionics app. We do have the EKKO in a stationary environment with the refrigerator at temp. We do have an array of 12 volt lights on currently. We do have the cassette shades over the dual pane acrylic windows, and we will actually keep those as insulating forces. Behind Rhonda on the camera, we do have the thermal cab partition, which provides a thermal break to the cab. And to the rear, we do have the cassette shades over the dual pane windows. A really good rule of thumb in the RV industry is that you can set your thermostat approximately 20 degrees back of the high for the outside temperature. So we're going to approach 96 degrees today in terms of a heat index. So we have the GE 13,500 BTU high efficiency ducted air conditioning system set at 76 degrees in automatic mode. We do not have any of the vents pushing directly down on the thermostat. So we'll cover at the top of every hour what the temperature is inside, and then we'll also showcase the state of charge in the Lithionics app. We're going to keep this a very simple AC runtime test, but if you ever want to geek out and talk about watts equals volts times amps and really try to get to a static runtime of how long you can run that air conditioner without the thermostat cycling on and off, we can certainly do that. So today we're going to check the temperature inside the EKKO as well as the state of charge at the top of every hour. So if we work over to my iPad, this is the Lithionics app inside the App Store. It's also available for Android as well. This is showing the single Lithionics battery, which has a 99% state of charge. You can see the current voltage is 13.24 volts, and you can see the battery temperature is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and the battery management system temp, or the BMS, is at 80 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see no fault codes. It does show an estimated time remaining of 1 day and 2 hours. We expect that to degrade over time as the air conditioner cycles on and off during this warm, muggy day here in the state of Iowa, where currently it is 76 degrees with an 81 degree heat index, and we're going to be working our way towards 96 degrees here later in the day. Again, we're going to have a mix of sun and clouds today. In fact, later today we could see some thunderstorms, so not a lot of supplemental electricity coming in off of the 455 watts of solar, which are mounted rooftop to the Winnebago EKKO. We're currently not plugged in. We're not going to utilize the generator. The EKKO is going to stay stationary all day, and we're off and running on our AC runtime test for the Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so we're back. It is 10 a.m. today, and the sun's actually come out a little bit, so we're starting to get a little bit of a trickle of solar. Again, we are in the Winnebago EKKO, the all-new, all-season Class C van from Winnebago Industries. And with the GE air conditioner right now, we have this powered up. It's set at 76 degrees. You can see it's 76 degrees inside the coach, and it is on automatic mode. So right now, the electrical components in this coach, whether it be the GE air conditioner, or you can see that we also have power to the microwave, those electrical components are actually being powered off of a 2,000 watt pure sine wave Xantrex inverter, with the root source being the Lithionics 320 amp hour, 4,133 watt hour single lithium battery. The only source of power that we have right now is from Mother Nature, being the sun. Again, we're disconnected from shoreline service. We're not running the generator. The Ford Transit chassis, which is its strongest source of recharging those batteries through the Valmar second under the hood alternator or generator. Not using any of those components today. The only thing that we're using is the solar. So again, it's 10 a.m. today in Forest City. We're about an hour into this. You can see the heat index right now in Forest City is 84 degrees. And we are headed for a high heat index of about 96 here later this afternoon. We're going to check the state of charge in the Lithionics app. And we're actually going to pair this up for the first time so that we can show this. As we open the app, it'll self-discover, and it shows the battery that it's going to find. That's the battery that we saw earlier. It's now getting measurement readings. Again, the voltage is 13.24. The battery temp is 80 degrees. The BMS, or battery management system temp, has actually risen a couple of degrees as it does get warmer outside, but our state of charge is at 98%. So again, 10 a.m. here in Forest City, temperature's cranking up, and we'll stop back in an hour and also showcase how much solar we're actually getting into the Lithionics battery. Okay, so we are back. It is 11 a.m. here in Forest City, Iowa on a very warm August day. The heat index here at 11 a.m. is already up to 84 degrees. We have a 69 degree dew point and 81% relative humidity. Since we last left at 10 o'clock, the air conditioner has been kicking in. It's cooling it to a very comfortable 76 degrees. We do have the GE air conditioner, which is a 13.5 BTU high efficiency ducted air conditioning system, set on automatic mode. So it's cycling on and off just as you would as you're actually using the EKKO. So again, this is the thermostat for the GE, 76 degrees. And again, this is being powered by the Xantrex 2,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, with complete electrical access to the coach, including the microwave. The fridge, which is the compressor-driven refrigerator, is still at temp. So we're going to come over and check the state of charge on the Lithionics battery pack. We're also, in this session, going to talk a little bit about solar input. So as you can see, it's 84 degrees right now in Forest City as a heat index. We're We're going to slide over and check the state of charge on the Lithionics batteries. Again, it self-discovers, it finds the battery, and we have dropped a little bit. We're now at 86% state of charge. The voltage is at 13.08. The battery temp has increased to 84 degrees. The BMS, or the battery management system, is set at 93 degrees Fahrenheit, or it's reading to 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and now it's estimating that we're going to have about 3 hours of runtime left, but we're going to put that to the test. We're also going to slide over now and talk a little bit about solar input. And the solar input is going to be your least impactful, so to speak, charge on the Lithionics battery system. The highest or the most value added charge is going to come off of the Transit powertrain with that second under the hood alternator, with the Balmar second under the hood alternator. Then the second preferential would be to be plugged into Shoreline service, or if equipped, using your Cummins Onan 2800i ultra low quiet generator. The third way is going to be off of a Xantrex 3-stage solar charge controller equipped with 455 watts. This particular EKKO does not have the pop top, so it has 455 watts of solar. That's going to be 270 watt panels, and then also a 115 watt panel. So a total of 455 watts. Again, this Xantrex solar charge controller is a 3-stage PWM, which stands for pulse width modulation. That's the type of solar charge controller that it is. So we're going to slide over now and cover each of the display metrics that are available on the Xantrex solar charge controller. And each of these are going to cycle on automatically. We're going to slow down and go through each one of these. So the battery temperature right now is 25 degrees Celsius. Right now the battery voltage is at 13.4. The PV, or photovoltaic energy accumulated since the last reset, is 4 kilowatt hours. Right now the input photovoltaic voltage is, or excuse me, amperage is 1.8 amps. And right now the input photovoltaic voltage is at 21 volts. So we are getting some input from the Xantrex PWM 3-stage solar charge controller with those 455 watts. So we'll be back at 12 o'clock to check temperature as well as checking state of charge. Okay, so it is 12 o'clock on a very warm, muggy day here in Forest City, Iowa. Currently we have a heat index of 91 degrees, headed towards a heat index of 98 later today. You'll see as we slide over to the iPad to check state of charge that we're actually cloud cover right now and headed for some storms this afternoon. So we're going to lose a lot of our voltage coming from the 455 watts of solar. So as we come over, you can see currently heat index of 91, we're headed to 98. We are going to slide over to the Lithionics app, where currently the state of charge is at 73%, 13.02 voltage from the batteries, a current draw of 90 amps. The air conditioner is running right now, set at 76 degrees as we talked about. The exterior battery temperature is 86 degrees. The internal battery management system temperature is at 89 degrees. And it's forecasting about 2.5 hours. And then you also noticed right there that as the compressor from the air conditioner actually kicked off, that it forecasts longer runtime based on the 12-volt load that it's actually pulling. But again, we have the air conditioner cycling on and off. It's currently set at 76 degrees. Very nice inside. Again, we have everything drawn, so we have the blinds over the sights, dual pane acrylic windows. The thermal cap partition is set up behind Rhonda, behind the camera. The blinds are pulled to the rear. We've been in and out several times today. Refrigerator, compressor driven 12-volt refrigerator, is still cycling on and off and is at temp. So we'll stop back at 1 o'clock to continue the AC runtime test on the all-season Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so we are back, and we're actually 4 hours into our AC runtime test. We lost Mother Nature's help. We went through about a 1-hour thunderstorm here in Forest City. It still remains 87 degrees outside, again tracking towards a high of about 96 to 98 degrees heat index today. The AC is keeping up fine at 76 degrees here inside the EKKO. You'll kind of hear the pitter-pat of the rain on the top of the one-piece fiberglass roof. As we work our way over, we'll check our state of charge readings. You can see 87 degrees right now, heat index, and we're tracking towards a very warm day, 96 to 97. We'll come back to the Lithionics app. And currently the battery voltage is at 13.24 volts. Pulling very little current right now because the air conditioning compressor did not kick in as we were inside. The battery temperature is 86 degrees Fahrenheit. The BMS, or the battery management system temp, is at 82 degrees Fahrenheit, and we are at 69% state of charge. So the Lithionics battery, with those 4,133 watt hours of available energy, keeping up very, very well as we maintain climate control here inside the EKKO at 76 degrees on a warm, muggy day here in Forest City. Okay, so 5 hours in, it's actually 2 o'clock Central here in Forest City, Iowa, and we've been running now for 5 hours. It's actually dropped in temperature outside a little bit as that storm came through. So it's actually an 80-degree heat index right now. It is an 84% humidity level and a 72 degree outdoor dew point. Still headed up towards 88, 89 now as the day goes on in terms of heat index. We're going to circle back to our Lithionics app, and we can see that we have 65% state of charge, 13.1 volts on the battery side. The current output or draw being 25 amps, 0.3 kilowatts, so not a lot. The fan's running, but the compressor didn't kick on as needed, although it is still 76 degrees here inside the EKKO. The battery temp has dropped to 84 degrees, and the internal BMS, or battery management system temp, is at 80 degrees. So 5 hours in right now, cool, comfortable 76 degrees here inside, very humid day outside. Sun's coming out here in a little bit, so we may get a little bit of help from Mother Nature, but that will also increase the temperature as we test the AC runtime in the all-new Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so welcome back. It's actually 3 p.m. here in Forest City, Iowa. On a warm, muggy day in which that storm rolled through, we're actually tracking now towards about an 84-degree heat index. So back at 2 o'clock, we actually dropped the temperature down inside the EKKO to 68 degrees. And right now it's about 3 o'clock. We're tracking towards about 84 degrees. We'll check the state of charge on the Lithionics system. You can see the battery voltage now has dropped to 12.95. The current draw at 79. The battery temperature is at 82 degrees, and the BMS temperature is also at 82 degrees. Again, that's the battery management system. Our state of charge now has dropped to 58%. So again, we dropped our thermostat back down to 68 degrees primarily because the outdoor temperature dropped after that storm came through. So really trying to simulate a real world experience of how you might navigate keeping that temperature around 16 to 20 degrees back of actual set temperature outside. So we'll stop back next hour and check out the state of charge in the all-new Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so we're back. It is 4 o'clock Central Time here in Forest City, Iowa, and we are really trying to drive this Lithionics battery down, but it is a challenge. So the outdoor temperature right now is an 84-degree heat index. Back at 2 o'clock, we actually dropped the indoor temperature from 76 degrees to 72 degrees. And then at 3 o'clock, we actually dropped it down to 68 degrees, which is what it is in here now. So if we go to the AccuWeather forecast, you can see how it's showing a heat index of around 79 and then 83 here shortly. If we go to the Lithionics app, you can see that the state of charge is at 47%. The voltage is at 13.09. The outdoor battery temperature is at 82 degrees. The internal BMS, or battery management system, is at 82 degrees. We did actually bring out this thermometer just to ensure that we were getting accurate readings. You can see it's 68 degrees here inside the EKKO. So very cool, very comfortable. We've been into this now for 7 hours. We're at 47% state of charge as we test the AC runtime of the all-new Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so welcome back. We are 8 hours into our AC runtime test on the all-new Winnebago EKKO. It's just after 5 o'clock Central Time here in Forest City, about 5:10. Outdoor heat index is around 82 degrees. It's 95% humidity, and let me use my cheat sheet here, 76 degree dew point. So really have had a muggy day, and as we slide over and check the status of the Lithionics system, we are now in the orange section, which is 40%. We have 13.09 volts. 82 degrees is the battery temp. 82 degrees is the battery management system temp. So again, at 40%, and you can see with our analog thermometer, we are at 68 degrees inside the Winnebago EKKO. So we started the day at 76 degrees with a set temp for the air conditioning system. Again, that's the GE 13.5 BTU high efficiency ducted air conditioning system. At 2 o'clock, we actually dropped that temperature because of the storm that came through, so it got a little bit cooler outside. We never quite made that 98 degree heat index because of the storm that rolled through. So at 2 o'clock, we actually dropped the temperature from 76 to 72, really to drive some consumption of that Lithionics battery system. Then at 3 o'clock, so from 3 to 5:10, we've been running at 68 degrees, which is still a good disparity from the heat index outside of roughly 14 degrees in terms of spread. So certainly doing its job, and a great testament to how long you can run your air conditioning system in the Winnebago EKKO with the Lithionics 320 amp hour battery setup. So this is a single battery. Again, that's 4,133 watt hours of available energy. Just a wonderful setup with all of the insulation in the Winnebago EKKO that allows you to go off the grid in the all-new, all-season Winnebago EKKO. Yesterday, we put the Winnebago EKKO through its paces with over 8 hours of testing to determine how long can we run the GE air conditioner off of a single Lithionics battery. We started at 9 a.m. and went all the way until 5 o'clock, in which we maintained comfortable occupancy inside the EKKO and ran the battery down to approximately 40% over the span of 8 hours. We then left for the evening, kept the GE air conditioner at 68 degrees, and went ahead and allowed it to completely deplete itself. Now what we're going to find out is how long will it take for us to fully recharge that Lithionics 320 amp hour battery off of the 2000 watt inverter converter using the 30 amp Shoreline service. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in and determine just how long it takes to recharge that 320 amp hour Lithionics battery. Now with the Winnebago EKKO plugged into Shoreline service, that is going to trigger the inverter converter, which is the appliance that we referred to during the AC runtime test. So that is a 2000 watt Xantrex pure sine wave inverter converter. So not only does it invert to provide electricity for household appliances such as the air conditioner, it also converts when being plugged in or if equipped with a generator. So we did not run the generator whatsoever, but we did plug this in, and when we came to the Winnebago EKKO at 7:44 a.m. this morning, you can see the state of charge was at 10% and at 12.8. Now that we have the EKKO plugged in and we're using that Xantrex converter here at 7:55 in the morning, you'll see that it's jumped up to 11% right away and 13.1 volts. It is an overcast day in Forest City, and it's also early in the morning, so we're getting very, very little solar, but you can see it is using the maximum 80 amps to convert that electricity to charge the Lithionics battery. 2 hours later at 10 o'clock this morning, you can see here at 64% state of charge, so we picked up almost 50% in less than 2 hours. Voltage at 13.5, the battery temp now has jumped up to 89, and the BMS temp, or the battery management system temp, is at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see here at 10 a.m. it's also then pulling a full 80 amps to convert and charge those batteries. And so now you can see here at 11 a.m., 3 hours later, we're up to 93%, 13.54 volts. A battery temp of 93, and an internal battery management system or BMS temp of 100 degrees. And then also you can see it's actually dropped and it's getting closer to float mode now. It's actually only applying at 71 amps. And now here at 11:30 you can see time and date stamped, a 100% charge. So 3.5 hours of using only the inverter converter. So the converter side of that Xantrex 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. You can see here now on the panel, it is in float mode, which is basically, in essence, the maintenance mode or the trickle charge to maintain a fully charged Lithionics 320 amp hour battery. And so now that we have a fully charged 320 amp hour Lithionics battery, let's cut the cord and answer the next question. how long can I run that air conditioner completely full throttle and allowing it to completely cool in a static runtime test. Okay, so now let's jump into part 3 of our AC runtime test of the Winnebago EKKO to answer the question, if I run my air conditioner just full throttle, how long could I run it to the lowest temperature possible? So we have a fully charged Lithionics battery. We charged that in 3.5 hours that we talked about in part 2 of this AC runtime test. So currently now inside the Winnebago EKKO, we have the compressor driven refrigerator at temp. In all fairness, we do have this in an insulated environment, which means we're outside, but we also have the insulation that we talked about earlier with the EKKO, with it being so well insulated, but also with the dual pane sights acrylic windows. We also have the thermal cab partition barrier set up right behind the camera. We're going to take the thermostat for the air conditioner, which is currently being driven off of the 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. We're going to drop this as low as we can go, and we're going to let it run full throttle at 60 degrees. Then what we'll do is we'll check our state of charge, which we're going to do right now. So it is approximately 1:30 in the afternoon. We've paired up our Lithionics app. We dropped a couple of percent during the introduction to this video. So we have 98% state of charge, 13.21 volts of the battery itself, currently pulling 31 amps. The battery temperature is at 93 degrees. You just heard the compressor kick back in. So now it's jumped up to, it should jump up over 100. Pretty close, 99. The internal battery management system temp is at 95 degrees, and it's forecasting that we have 3 hours of runtime left. So we're going to go ahead and allow the Lithionics battery to power the air conditioning system, the 12-volt appliances, including the compressor-driven refrigerator, but we're going to let the compressor run full duty cycle and determine just how long this will power off of a single Lithionics 320 amp hour battery. So we are exactly 30 minutes into this AC runtime test in which we are full throttle on the GE 13.5 BTU high efficiency ducted air conditioning system, set at 60 degrees, being powered by the 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter, in which the root is that 320 amp hour Lithionics battery. So we're 30 minutes in. It is set at 60 degrees. It's a cool and comfortable 68 inside, which you can see from our analog thermometer. We are battling Mother Nature as well. It's an 89 degree heat index outside right now in Forest City. But again, we're running full throttle. We're going to pair up the Lithionics battery. And 30 minutes in, you can see that we have an 82% state of charge. The batteries are at 13.1 volts, pulling 101 off of the electrical current, 96 degree battery temp, and the internal battery management system is at 105 degrees. An estimate of 2 hours and 35 minutes remaining. We're 30 minutes in. A cool and comfortable 68 degrees inside, working our way down to 60 as we battle 89 heat index outside. And again, 30 minutes in and we're at 82% state of charge. Okay, so we are exactly 1 hour into our full throttle AC runtime test on the Winnebago EKKO. So we have the thermostat set at 60 degrees. Inside the EKKO right now, it's a cool and comfortable 68 degrees. And if we go to our Lithionics app, 1 hour in, we're down to 67% state of charge. The batteries are at 13 volts. The battery temperature is at 98 degrees. The battery management system temperature is at 109 degrees, and it's estimating that we have 2 hours remaining as the air conditioner runs full throttle right now in the Winnebago EKKO. We're actually battling 92 degrees outside right now, running the air conditioning full throttle, 100% duty cycle at 60 degrees as we continue to test how long we can run the Lithionics battery to power the air conditioning system, as well as several auxiliary 12-volt appliances, including the compressor-driven refrigerator in the Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so we are now 90 minutes into our full throttle AC runtime test. So an hour and a half in, we have the thermostat set at 60 degrees, full duty cycle on the GE air conditioner, 92 degrees outside. We're going to check the state of charge on the Lithionics app. We're at 52% state of charge, 12.98 volts. You can see the duty cycle on the battery itself. 98 degree battery temperature, 107 degree BMS battery management system temperature, and it's forecasting that we have an hour and 40 minutes left. So we're 90 minutes in right now, an hour and a half into our full throttle AC runtime test for the Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so it is 3:20 Central. We are officially 2 hours into our full throttle AC runtime test, where we have the GE air conditioner set to 60 degrees. It is full duty cycle, and we're gonna slide over and check how much energy we've used. We are down to 36% state of charge on the Lithionics 320 amp hour battery. The voltage is at 12.9. The battery temperature is at 98. The BMS, or battery management system, is at 107 degrees Fahrenheit. And it is forecasting that we have 1 hour and 10 minutes left. We'll see if we get that full 1 hour and 10 minutes. Again, we're 2 hours in officially right now of running full throttle. The air conditioner, the compressor driven fridge, and several different ancillary 12-volt appliances off of the Lithionics battery in the Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so it is 3:50. We are 2 hours and 30 minutes into a full duty cycle AC runtime test on a single 320 amp hour Lithionics battery. Again, that is actually the root power source powering the 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter to provide electricity to the coach. Our microwave is hot, our air conditioning is at full duty cycle, and of course we have the compressor driven refrigerator at temp as well. Again, this pulling on the 12-volt side. We'll check our state of charge because we are nearing the end. Again, we're 2.5 hours into this, a 23% state of charge. The batteries are at 12.83 volts, 12.84 volts, a battery temp of 100 degrees, a BMS temp of 109 degrees, and it is forecasting that we have 42 minutes remaining as we have the air conditioning set at 60 degrees. It's a cool and comfortable 70 degrees inside, although we're now battling 94 degree heat index here at Lichtsinn RV in Forest City, Iowa. So we'll near the end of this, and we'll wrap this up as we try to go deeper into a full duty cycle test of the air conditioning system off of the Lithionics battery in the Winnebago EKKO. Okay, so welcome back. We are exactly 3 hours into a full duty cycle test of running the air conditioner off of a single 320 amp hour Lithionics battery. We are nearing the end of this because we are at 10% state of charge. We're going to show you that here in a second. But again, 3 hours, and sometime in the next probably 10 to 15 minutes, the inverter is actually going to turn off its capability to power electrical appliances and then revert back to just having 12-volt mode. So let's go back to our Lithionics battery app. We are at 10% state of charge. The batteries are at 12.6 volts. The battery temp is 102 degrees because it is very warm outside in Forest City, Iowa today. The BMS internal temp is 107 degrees Fahrenheit. It is actually showing that we are at 18 minutes remaining, and it is in the process now of shutting down the electrical side. So getting 3 hours out of a single 320 amp hour battery. We still have the air conditioner. You can hear it running at 60 degrees. And so again, as we wrap this up, we hope you found value in all of these tests that we've run, whether it was the test that we ran yesterday showcasing just how long you can run in a comfortable environment, having it set at a temperature where you're comfortable inside and navigating a full day. Also showcasing how quickly you can recharge the Lithionics battery off of the Xantrex inverter converter using the Shoreline service as we did this morning, and then also the full duty cycle AC runtime test of having the compressor literally run for 3 hours to cool the coach down to 60 degrees inside here, along with several different 12-volt ancillary appliances, including the compressor driven refrigerator. We did get a little bit of solar benefit, but again, as we know, that is going to be the least value added input to recharging lithium batteries. So we hope that you found value in this, and again, please contact any of your Lichtsinn RV sales consultants for more information on pricing and availability for the all-new, all-season, lithium-powered Winnebago EKKO here at Lichtsinn RV.